3, 2, 1, action.
Wow.
It's my boy T.
Great to be back. Great to be back, bro.
And we're back.
Well, I'll turn that music up a little bit.
And we're back and better than ever.
Thank you to our live band, by the way. You guys are great here for us all.
Can we get a round of applause for them?
Yeah.
That's not a round of applause.
Band, stop playing. Stop. No, okay. Round of applause. Thank you. Also to our live studio audience.
Big shouts.
They're good at clapping.
All right. So, yeah. Vice in the back are back.
We're back, baby.
If you
We're back.
couldn't tell by this crystal clear quality picture, you couldn't tell about...
We got a new camera.
We got new everything, essentially. Not really new, but everything's different.
It's
new but different.
Yeah, I mean, we're still the Bice. But
we're still the same old Bice.
Still the same old Bice. New camera, who dis?
Facts.
Well, that's what we're not going to do because we're not switching up. But
No, sir. All right. So, pod number
12.
This one...
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
In YouTube order, it depends. But this one could be 12. This one could be 13, 14, 15.
17, 20,
could
37.
I think we have about like 3
85.
or 4. We're sitting on about 3 or 4 right now. So this one's around.
Hey, don't give out our secrets.
We'll find out. All right,
what are we talking about? Yeah?
Let's forget about that. Let's move on to T-Back. I want to hear about your day. Let me ask you how are you doing? How's everything?
I mean,
check in on your boys. Make sure
check it. Always check in.
How was your day? Tell me what's going on.
My day, it's been good. Relaxing. I got some fraps. Cookie Monster frap from Chill on Park in Dorchester with my girlfriend Gabby. Shout out Gabby.
Shouts.
Love you.
Big shouts.
Ben, are you serious? Like, you don't have to play every time. I'm trying to get the crowd. Thank you, crowd. All right. But
Gab's good. Gabs, everyone's good.
Everyone's good. How about you? How's your day, Ben?
Things are good. Had a good weekend. Shout out.
Oh, wait. Ben, everyone. This is also the birthday pod for Rand.
Technically,
my
birthday
boy.
pod. Hey,
yes,
I appreciate you boys. I appreciate it.
Yes,
Got a lot of love from the boys.
Give it up.
Yeah, I turned 25. Big year.
And the big 2-5. Brain is fully developed. How's it feel?
Hey, I mean, I haven't felt the difference yet, but maybe as time goes on, I will feel it.
Yeah.
I do want to give a shouts to. I got a little note today that says, shout out Adam Chanley. He's the GOAT.
Well, that's a fact.
That's a fact.
Shout out Chan. Shout out
Chow Chan.
Dogbot hats.
Gave me a free jumbo con to go see Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yes, sir. How was that, by the way? Movie review. I mean, we know you're a big Avengers guy. How does it compare to,
I'm a big I'm a big artistic, pop culture fan in general. But I'm also a big movie fan, big Marvel fan. And I don't know, it was a funny movie. Kids will love it.
Yeah, like Avengers.
A lot of action.
Marvel does a lot of comedy.
A lot of comedy, action. But as a diehard fan that loves really good stories, because they're usually good at really telling really in-depth, difficult stories, I just feel like the story was a little lacking. That's all I can really say. I'm not a movie critic. I'm not on Rotten Tomatoes. Maybe one day. But
yeah, I mean, you could.
Maybe one day.
One day, yeah.
But all I can say for now is it was fun. I mean, it's like a majority of Marvel movies. Fun, action-packed, but kind of just lacking in the story department a little bit. Or not all Marvel movies, but Marvel movies as of late have just...
They're just trying to pump them out. That's what it seems like.
I think they're just doing...
Superhero movies.
They're doing too much.
Superhero movies.
Facts. They're trying to set up too much, and the payoff just ain't quite there yet.
Yeah.
So
but I mean, maybe they're working up to like a big.
They are working up to something.
Yeah.
Whether or not that remains to, happen is. We're waiting for. That's all. Yeah. That's all I'm waiting on. And
waiting on that.
No hate whatsoever. All love, always all love. But today, a big thing I want to talk about with you, Mr. Beck, because this pod is a plethora of things, we should say.
Yeah, we cover a wide range of topics.
big variety.
Yeah.
Big variety, people could say. And
So what we got on the docket?
I just really want to talk about, because we cover such a big variety of things, but a main thing we really want to stick to now that, we've always been a fan of, sports and, events in
Facts.
general. And, betting is such a big thing. And now that betting, very recently, we talked about a little bit on the last pod, just got legalized in Massachusetts, which, you can go to any type of, casino or gambling resort, and you can, in Mass, and you can place any bet you want, essentially.
On sports.
Basically,
Crazy.
Yeah. I know there's some, guidelines and rules with it. I'm not too sure exactly.
Shout out to the Encore. Shout out to the Encore.
Shout out Encore. But, yeah, we're going to have our honorary betting expert. Shout out Matt Merrick. Can we get a round of applause for Matt Merrick?
Yeah.
He will be making his debut in the new studio, new setup, new everything very soon.
Hashtag Ride with Matty Moped.
Ride with Matty Moped.
If you know, you know.
Hell yeah. And he will explain more in detail about this legalization, about what's going on, and then we will get into some sports betting.
UFC sports betting expert, Matty Moped.
He's just the overall expert. He's the GOAT. But a big thing, we just want to give the key takeaways, from this new legalization of sports betting. And so right here we find that Mass is the third state to legalize sports betting in 2022. Massachusetts online sports books are scheduled to go live in early 2023.
Which they have.
Which this came out in January 31st. As of right now, it's February 19th, so it's been a couple weeks.
Yeah.
And so basically what the key points are is legal retail sports betting event live on January 31st. Online sports betting has a proposed launch date of March 10th at 10 a.m.
Oh,
so that's coming soon.
That's a new one.
And
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And 11 online sports books have been awarded licenses in Massachusetts, and some of them are Ballybet, DraftKings, FanDuel, Betway, PointsBet, Barstool, BetMGM, Better, Caesars, Fanatics, and WinBet.
So pretty much everything they got it all covered.
Yeah, you can do all that. You can do DraftKings, daily fantasy stuff. FanDuel does the same thing. I'm not too sure with the other ones, but
yeah,
I do dabble a little bit in FanDuel, DraftKings.
Well,
and,
you will once it's legal.
I'll dabble even more, but
once it's legal, you'll dabble for the first time, is what you're saying.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah. You're right, Mark. I mean,
ride with Matty Moped. He's on your mind. Give it up. Thank you, crowd.
All right, and the last thing, as far as projections, have Mass sports betting revenue between $300 million and $550 million in the first full year.
That's just getting started.
Honestly, I think that's weak numbers. I bet that's going to get blown up.
Yeah, you'll probably invest that much yourself.
Maybe one day.
You'll win that much.
It looks like it will launch on March 10th, so we still got a couple weeks to go. What's happening in Mass right now? They're just giving all the play-by-play of everything, but we don't need to go into all that. But
yeah, that's crazy.
I think it's such a smart idea.
It's cool too. It's like, I bet someone to win MVP at the beginning of the year, and then you follow the season. That's like cool. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, betting obviously just keeps you connected to the sports you watch. Because I'm not like a huge fan of of NBA, but when I bet on it, I'm locked in. You know what
when
I mean?
You bet on it, you're a huge fan.
When you bet on it, you're lasered in. So it kind of it makes you put a stake in the ground, right? It kind of keeps you grounded, kind of keeps you focused. But again,
it also is a way to get you addicted to.
Right, and
bet safely. Everyone bet safely.
Yeah, that's the thing. I was just about to preface that.
Smart man.
Gambling can be fun when it's responsible and safe.
Everything in moderation.
Everything in moderation.
Absolutely.
Do not get risky with it. Have a little fun here and there with some DraftKings, FanDuel, very $20 here, there, whatever, nothing crazy. Be careful with big parlays. Again, bet and gamble responsibly. We always want to advocate here to do everything responsibly, do everything safely. Do not do unsafe things. Do not be dangerous.
And if you are going to bet, just make sure
you
ride with Matty Moped.
Because he don't miss.
Yes.
He don't miss. But what I really do like about just legalizing gambling or, such controversial things like that in general is the regulation of it is so important. And obviously the biggest benefit for, the government to legalize things like that is obviously their own income from it, because they can obviously, as we've seen through plethora of things like legalizing things like some drugs like marijuana, and obviously betting an example, they have profound revenues from that, like crazy amounts of money they bring in. And not only do they gain from the revenue, the people gain from having it be regulated so that what you're getting, like it's not dangerous. No more sketchy, sports books, no more sketchy plugs.
Yeah,
no more fentanyl overdosing.
No one knocking on your door at 3 a.m. trying to break your knees.
Exactly. So
you've dealt with that many times.
I have not, luckily, knock on wood. But some people that we know might have. I don't know. Maybe.
No, I mean,
I don't know anybody, but maybe
it's real.
knows.
Like we're talking about it. It's real. Like we said, bet safely.
Be responsible.
Be responsible. Ride with Matty Moped. Everything will work.
He's always responsible.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's any big takeaway you can get from anything we do is always be responsible. Always be safe. I feel like
all in moderation.
Yeah, I feel like everything we talk about, I don't even think we get really controversial on anything. But like for the most part, I think we always talk about being grounded, being responsible, being open-minded, self-aware. Those key things that you need. So
yeah, I mean,
be safe out there.
But yeah.
But speaking of betting and other sports that we want to bet on, let's move to the next subject. We are big UFC fans, and it's early in the 2023 year, but in a couple weeks on March 4th, John Jones, Bone Jones,
the Bone Man,
after I think a 2-3 year hiatus. Let's see how long he's been gone for.
How old is he?
34, 33.
He's a goat, no?
Oh.
Like, is he the goat?
He's 35.
He's up there. Well, for a UFC
but
guy.
They say fighters' peak is in between 30 and 35. They say that's when they peak. And
yeah, I mean, I'm sure he's going to be prepared for this fight. And him being a GOAT, I would take him in this fight. I don't know what Matty Moped would say, but could be something different.
Yeah, we'll get to there. But John Jones' last fight was in February 8th, 2020, so exactly 3 years he hasn't fought. It's a long time to be out of the game. You know what I mean?
Wow.
And, he's moved up. I mean, he's in heavyweight, and he's fighting Cyril Gane, as we know, because you know who Francis Ngannou is, the former heavyweight champ. Former heavyweight champ, because he decided not to renew his contract with the UFC. They offered him they offered him a bag. They offered him a big bag, but he said no because he's trying to chase a bigger bag within boxing. And will he get the bigger bag? If all goes to plan, yes. He will get paid way more in boxing.
He's betting on himself.
He will get paid way more in one fight in boxing than he probably will in the UFC contract.
In his career.
Maybe. I forget what the contract was. We'll have to get Matty Moped on that. But
especially because doesn't he want to fight like Tyson Fury or Anthony Joshua?
He wants to fight
Deontay Wilder, like all the big dogs.
Yeah, he wants to fight the big dogs, and
those will bring in bread.
That will pull so much bread because I would pay 100% too for that.
Yeah, but I mean that is a smart business move by him, betting on himself, and
But I respect him.
I didn't know that it took away his title though.
Well, I mean,
it
if you're no longer in the league, then
that's a good point.
No one stripped him of his title. He stripped himself of his title. I should say.
Okay.
Essentially, because he chose not to.
So it wasn't because he lost. It's just because
Dana offered him a good contract, and he just said, "No, thanks. Next time, maybe next time. I don't know."
Yeah, he didn't want to. He was making like.
And it wasn't making
25,000.
He wasn't making bad money. He was making great money. He literally is like one of the faces of the UFC right now, I would say. Well, not anymore, but he was.
He was. No, yeah, he's going to
make
some of the best money in UFC, but even that can't even touch boxing money.
Give some roses and some applause to Francis Ngannou.
Yeah.
Shout out Francis Ngannou. Great fighter, fantastic, great watching you. Hopefully you come back to UFC, but I hope if you're not, then I wish you luck in all your future endeavors. If you ever watch this.
No, yeah.
Shout out Francis Ngannou.
When you're watching this, leave a comment and
show some love. We'll show love back.
Tell us your favorite color.
Yeah, and I'll also challenge you to a jiu-jitsu match.
Yeah.
Me and Francis.
I'd pay to
getting
see
some
that
rolls
as well.
in.
I would pay to see that as well. So if you want, if you know it's good for you in a business sense.
Yeah, Francis, you see where you get the real money.
Yeah.
But all right, yeah. So shout out Francis. Let him walk out of the league. But yeah, so since one king leaves, a new king has to take his place, right? And
so
new said king
is
probably going to be John Jones, if I'm being dead honest.
So this fight will decide that, is what you're saying?
This fight is for the current vacated belt because he vacated it. And yeah. So basically that comes out, that's March 4th, so that's 2 weeks from now. Exactly 2 weeks from now. But before I actually get into John Jones, I really want to talk about this Islam Makhachev versus Alexander Volkanovski fight. This one already passed about a week ago.
Instant classic.
I've been looking forward to this fight for so long, man. I'm a lightweight is my favorite UFC division right now because there's so many heavy hitters in that division. Gaethje, Poirier, McGregor. McGregor's coming back, by the way. Islam.
Sugar Sean.
Sugar Sean's 135, but 135 is still a pretty great division as well. Charles Oliveira, 155. A lot of great guys on 155.
Is lightweight 155?
Lightweight's 155, yeah. And bantamweight is 135. And Islam is the reigning champ right now in the lightweight division. He just faced Volkanovski, who was and still is the 145-pound division champ. He moved up a weight class to fight Islam.
That's tough.
And
so try to be a double champ.
Try to go for that double champ, baby. And
like McGregor.
Like McGregor. And what was so crazy about the fight is that I thought it was going to end in a draw. I really thought that both fighters really showed out there, gave everything they had, and they clearly met their match out there, as you could see. And, going into the last round, I thought it was 2-2, going to the fifth round. And I definitely think Volk won the last round 100% because Islam looked really gassed.
He finished strong. He
finished very strong.
Yeah.
So, in my mind, I'm not an Islam hater. Maybe I am an Islam hater.
Yeah, I mean,
no, I'm not. I respect him, give him his roses. Great, fantastic fighter. Obviously, deserves where he's at right now, 100%. But I just wanted Volk to, strip him of that belt because Charles Oliveira is one of my favorite UFC fighters right now, and what he did to Charles, hurt me. That hurt the heart a little bit. So I needed some.
Not Charles.
Not Charles. Not Chuck, baby. And so I needed Volk to kind of, put Charles' name and give him some respect. And Volk was the pound for pound, no longer pound for pound anymore after this loss because that's Islam's spot now.
Mm.
But yeah, Islam's 24-1.
Islam's
24-1, and Volk is 25.
He's boys with
Khabib.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's his boy.
Yeah,
Khabib wasn't even at the fight actually.
Those guys are dogs.
Oh yeah, the Dagestanis. We know Merck has been on the Dagestanis for a minute. He knows that they are a different breed. It's actually funny. I was watching.
They're just on a whole nother level of discipline.
It's just their religious, way. All they know is to grind.
Yeah, I mean? And it's tough to compete with that.
They eat such a certain strict way because their religion only allows them in that strict religious way. It is a very healthy way, and they train so hard. And when you have guys like Khabib who are champs and goats, training you, then you really have no place to go down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can only go up. But what's funny?
It's hard to fail.
It's
hard
that
to fail. Discipline.
And the Dagestanis are such a. Who they are because of how hard they train, and there's a show I watched called Kingdom with Nick Jonas in it. He's a UFC fighter. Shout out Kingdom. It's a great show. It's only 3 seasons. I highly suggest you give it a watch. And but yeah, they talk about the Dagestanis a lot in that show. How the fighters there just built different. Yeah,
built different.
So yeah, it's within pop culture for sure. But yeah, that was the main event of this fight. Islam won by decision. I thought it was going to be a draw, but it was a very controversial take. A lot of people say Volk won. A lot of people say Islam won. I think definitely, whoever got their hand raised, I would have believed won, because I believe Islam won. He won. He got his hand raised. It was a close fight.
Yeah, it was.
I believe he won.
The closest thing to a draw.
Yeah,
without being a draw,
exactly. And if they raised Volk's hand, I would have been Volk won. I would have agreed because it was such a hell of a fight. But we go on to the next one. This card was pretty good. There was a co-main for the 145-pound interim belt. I'm not really a big fan of the interim stuff, but I understand why they do it. And featherweight is 145.
So how does the interim work?
So the interim works to see who will be the next contender for the championship. So essentially, the interim belt is just a Fugazi champion belt. You know what I mean?
It means you're going to get a chance.
It means that, so say you have the belt and I have the interim belt, it means I'm the number one and you're the champion and I'm coming for you.
Okay.
So
if you have the interim belt, it means you're going to fight for the belt.
So I'm next up, exactly.
Okay.
So Volk, for featherweight, Volk holds the championship belt at 145. And now this co-main for the interim was between Yair Rodriguez, great fighter, and Josh Emmett, another great fighter. Yair Rodriguez submitted Josh Emmett in round 2. Yair is very skilled fighter. So now that he has the interim belt, Yair is now going to fight Volkanovski at 145.
Okay.
So that's next up. That's next up for Volk. Islam is probably going to fight, I don't know, Poirier? I don't know. Who's let's peep the
that could be a doozy.
Lightweight division rankings. Charles is the number 2, huh? No way. I mean, I guess that makes sense. But
so you think he'll get another shot?
I don't know. Maybe. Because he already clearly Islam submitted Charles, so he already clearly beat him. Poirier is the number 3, so the only one I can think of that would be next up is Poirier. However,
I could see that.
They could make a run for Charles too, though. That's not outside of the realm of possibility.
Yeah.
But again, we'll get more into this on another pod. I just wanted to cover this one because I'm looking forward to Volk fighting Yair. I'm looking forward to see who Islam fights next. Islam actually has a weird situation going on in Australia. So apparently when you cut weight, right, you have to make weight to the day before when you go on
he didn't
on the scale. He made weight.
He missed weight before, right?
I don't know if Islam has.
Who's the guy who was like 8 pounds overweight and was like, my doctor made me stop?
Paulo Costa. Paulo Costa's a bum.
Okay.
But there's a few people that have obviously missed weight, and they either share purses or things like that. They find ways around it. But the whole thing about Islam was Islam clearly walks around heavier. I mean, everyone walks around heavier than their actual fight weight.
Yeah.
But the thing about Islam is he cuts, or a lot of fighters in general, I shouldn't just say Islam, but a lot of fighters in general will cut so much weight to the point where they're like depleted.
Yeah.
And so once they make weight, they'll get an IV in them. Get the nutrients, get rehydrated, get their shit right,
Yeah.
And IVs have always been allowed. I'm not too sure. I'd have to look that up. We'll have to get Matty Merck on that. But apparently, because the fight was in Australia, because Volk is Australian, apparently Australian rules are that you're not allowed to use an IV. Or this is just something I saw in the news article that they're investigating Islam's win because if he did use an IV, they might strip him of the title. I don't know. That could be some cap. I think he won fair and square. I don't think there's you don't need to be begging and doing all this shit to strip him because of a loss. So.
But that's interesting that it's not, or I could see why they might, some leagues might ban it or whatever, but I think they should allow it. What do you think?
I mean, I think if you really are cutting that much weight, the point you need an IV, you're probably going to need an IV. So best to
if
just
you need
be
an
safe.
IV, you need
Yeah,
an IV.
exactly.
You know.
Drink some water, by the way.
Yeah, hydrate, always.
But I think, yeah, if you need an IV, you need an IV. Like, it is a physically demanding sport, and
Yeah, they should definitely be
safe.
allowed. I think.
We just said be safe and responsible. Be safe and responsible, and he was being safe and responsible. So,
Yeah, he was listening to us.
do I think it could be a
Advice.
cheat code though, and like help you? Probably, maybe. Do I think fighters should be cutting that much weight in general? No. So like, the thing is, if you ban an IV, you're gonna have to change your rules because if you're cutting 30 pounds, that's a lot of weight, and like you're just like not gonna be able to bounce back.
Yeah,
By
if
eating a
you
goddamn
need an
sandwich,
IV,
you know
you
what I
need
mean?
an IV.
But who am I to say? I don't make those decisions. Dana White will. Somebody will. Not me. I don't want to make those decisions.
Dana.
Shout out Dana. But yeah, the John
He's
Jones
been in
fight.
some hot water too, huh?
Has he?
Dana. He was like UFC fighting his wife in the freaking club.
Oh, yeah.
He looked like Islam.
and
she looked like Volk.
I actually haven't seen that video, but
It wasn't actually. It was like they were
slapping each other.
They were throwing hands.
That's what I heard, is that they were kind of slapping each other, but like
Slapping each other around.
yeah. Which nobody, man or woman, doesn't even matter. Like nobody should be putting their hands on fucking nobody. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
so we just want to get that out of the way. Nobody should be like, if you can't
We don't support Dana
if
White's
you can't have
actions.
if you can't check yourself and like have a conversation with someone, if you're beefing with them, then like grow up. Literally figure it out.
And I think alcohol was involved as
No.
well. So drink responsibly. Like
So
we said,
be responsible.
safe.
Check yourself. Don't be an idiot. Remove yourself from bad situations.
Take a step
Well,
breath.
We'll talk
Breath.
We'll talk more about that with Matty Moped. I wanted to get his opinion on that. But
Yes.
I do want to get to John Jones really quick. So, as we know,
The potential
the vacated belt,
heavyweight champion.
who will take the champ? Who will take the champ's belt at heavyweight? And we will find out on March 4th because John Jones is fighting Cyril Gane, the number one contender. As we know, Cyril Gane fought Francis Ngannou. Believe lost by him through decision. And Cyril Gane, very young buck. He's young bull. He's probably like 27.
11-1.
He's 11-1. He's young bull. Let's look him up. Cyril
Going against the GOAT.
Gane. A washed up goat, maybe. Oh, Cyril Gane's 32. All right, but he's not that young bull as I thought. I thought he was like 28.
He's been around the block.
He's been around the block. But John Jones has been around the block multiple times. A lot of controversy around him. Obviously, he is a polarizing character. Another person that needs to keep his hands to himself with women. And stay away from substances abuse. But it seems like he has gotten his life back on track and put together, and look at him now. He's been training hard. He's ready to come back, and he's facing a not easy opponent, a very tough opponent. And Cyril Gane probably is the number one contender right now. I can't think of anyone else, really, unless
Johnny Jones, though.
Heavyweight.
If he wins this, he's solidified the GOAT, greatest of all time.
Well, he's gonna have to. He's gonna have to be able to defend his belt a couple times before he's back. So, like Matty Merck, for example, had told me he made a bet to, that John Jones will be the heavyweight champ.
Yeah.
And John Jones isn't even ranked right now. Yeah, he's not even ranked, dude.
And he's gonna.
And he's already
cash
jumping
in.
to Cyril Gane, which is crazy.
Tied to Ivasa. Shout out.
Tie at 5 is crazy because he kind of stinks lately. He's on a pooper. D-Lou's also on a pooper, which sucks because he's
D-Lou is a dog though.
Yeah, they're all dogs. But yeah, so John Jones, he's coming. See, as you can tell, no one is in the heavyweight spot. Who's gonna take that spot? And John Jones right now. So Matty Merck told me he has a bet in for John Jones to be the heavyweight champ of the 2023 year, which means he will have to end the year as champ, defend his title multiple times. So,
Interesting.
do I think he can do it?
Interesting.
Yes, 100%. I think he can do it. Will he? We'll have to wait and see. But
Well, we're gonna find out.
we don't find out. John Jones versus Cyril Gahn, March 4th. Tune in for the live betting odds coming hopefully sometime this week.
Yep.
And co-main for that is the champ of the women flyweight, which is Valentina Shevchenko, and she's a beast. Do not sleep on her. Versus Alexa
Don't do it.
Grasso. I don't really know too much about her, but that's a good co-main fight. I know female fights aren't always the most fun to watch, but I think that'll be a fun watch. And I think Valentina has such an arsenal of striking. I think she's a great female fighter. So I'm actually looking forward to that fight. I'm a big fan of her. And, I'm excited to see what happens. But yeah, so we will have more for you guys then. Stay tuned for John Jones.
I'm excited. Looking forward to it.
But T-Back, tell the people about a new little fun league called the XFL. Not new, by the way.
Yeah, not new. It's been around, but it's back. Started yesterday. I didn't really watch any of the games, but I know it's a competitive league. It's legit talent. I actually, fun fact, signed up to try out for them, but I never went to the tryout, but I did sign up. But yeah, it's legit. These dudes played in the NFL already.
Yeah, a lot of them are
big time
ex-NFL
college.
guys.
They got good coaching. I know Wade Phillips is in there. I don't know who else, but I know that they have a good lineup of coaches. But let's see, DC Defenders. Who do we know? De'Aaron King, QB from Miami. Jordan Teamu, Ole Miss. He's been a USFL and XFL demon in the past.
Yeah, a lot of the names on this team aren't really ringing bells so far as I can see. I don't know. Can you tell
Josh
me?
Allen. Not the Josh Allen, but
DB Josh Allen. Yeah, I don't really know a lot of these guys, but
yeah, we're not gonna know as many. Like the QBs, we might know.
But what's cool is that it's football, out of the normal football season.
Yes, football in the spring.
Exactly, which is like I just kind of sometimes you just want to watch some ball, even though it's not
good for the viewers.
Yeah, even though it's not the NFL, at least you just kind of see some high level competitive ball. But I think what's really funny, I didn't get to watch any of the games either, but I had friends that watched that told me that the quarterbacks weren't looking too hot. Apparently, there were a lot of picks.
Yeah, I mean the
first game struggles.
AJ McCarron.
AJ, I think he plays today, actually, right?
Oh yeah, they might be playing today, right?
I think
yesterday and today.
I think that they got games on tonight at 8. Hey, maybe we'll catch that.
Maybe. But yeah, this is definitely a league. It's growing. It's giving more people opportunity for jobs, like playing football.
Yeah,
it's
and there's a clear
entertaining. It's like the rules are a little bit different than NFL football or regular.
Do you know any like the specificities of the rules? Or
I'm not entirely sure. I do know that, or this might be the USFL, but they're similar because I think one of them allows like 2 forward passes.
Oh, really?
They do special teams a little bit different, I think. To be honest, I can't really speak on the rules, but I do know that it's not exactly the same. So it's good for the viewer to see something different, like, oh, that's kind of cool. They're doing this one way.
Just something different.
Aaron Murray, Georgia QB. And what team is this?
This is the Vipers, Tampa Bay Vipers.
Tampa Bay Vipers.
So basically, we'll break down. There's 8 teams so far. We have the East Division is the DC Defenders, New York Guardians, St. Louis Battlehawks, Tampa Bay Vipers. The West Division, Dallas Renegades, Houston Roughnecks, LA Wildcats, Seattle Dragons. So pretty, interesting teams. Like I said, obviously there's a huge pull for football right now. Like if you just saw the ratings or views on the Super Bowl through the roof, especially when Rihanna came on.
Through the roof.
So, like, clearly people enjoy watching football. And so, like, when your favorite teams aren't on.
Yeah, they say it's a dying sport, but I think it's a myth.
Who says that? There's no way.
Like, if you look at the numbers on, like, high school football teams and youth football, they're, like, significantly down. But I think that's just more of a safety thing. Like, people still are going to...
I was just about to say, yeah.
Like, youth football are down a lot, and then...
those are young kids, playing a hard contact sport. You know what I mean?
Youth sports down a lot, but then a lot of people, like, starting off in high school, which there's nothing wrong with that. But, like, that's why they say it's dying, but I think it's a myth.
Yeah,
to be honest,
maybe
because
the Pee-wee football and
right.
and Pop Warner, but yeah. So we're just reading through some of these rosters, trying to see if we know any of these guys.
Landry Jones, QB.
I really don't know any of these, but I know Josh Gordon is in the league. I forget what team he's on.
Josh Gordon,
he plays tonight.
Shout out.
Martavis Bryant.
Shout out. He was
Ben
balling
DiNucci
for the Steelers. Ben DiNucci,
ex backup QB. Some names I do know, but not.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna have to tune in to learn the names.
I do want to tune in. I do want to kind of keep up with some of these guys and see what's going on here. So, Dantes Bird.
Yeah, Seattle Dragons. Fire name, by the way.
Yeah, I kind of fuck with it. I'm excited. I think it'll be fun. I think, in The Rock endorses XFL, right? Or did he help produce it?
Yeah, I don't know. He's
Godwin Igwe.
He's involved.
He's involved some way, somehow. But yeah, I remember on DraftKings, because you can do DraftKings for XFL as well, that in a normal, fantasy DraftKings, you pick, all the positions: quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end, flexes, defenses. But in XFL, instead of having a separate spot between wide receivers and tight ends, they combined them. So you can pick a wide receiver or a tight end. Do you know why that is?
I think we were talking about before, because tight ends play more or something. Like, they get more action in the XFL than NFL.
I don't really know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
We'll have to do our research and get back to you guys.
We'll have to tune in and watch, see how often the tight end's used.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, I'm excited to look into that. But
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Last night was a big sporting event for basketball. Do you want to tell the people about that?
Everyone watches basketball fans. All-Star Saturday night is... Like, All-Star game is today on Sunday. Saturday night is all like, the dunk contest, three-point shootout. They have, like, some other, like, team events. Skills compo. I don't know who won the skills. Can we get a look up on that? I know Damian Lillard won the three-point shootout wearing the Weber State jersey. Shout out, small school guy. And then Mac McClung, winner of the dunk contest. And he put on a show, let me tell you. He's been almost like a internet personality for a while. But, crowd, give it up for him. He's just been dunking insane since high school, and that's why, like, he's not even in the league right now. He is in the league. He's in the G League. But yeah, the NBA was like, yo, we need you. We need the dunk contest to pop off, because it used to be a big event. Now it's kind of fallen off recently. And I think he delivered. Absolutely. He had a big week, too. I heard he signed a sneaker deal with Puma. He got a two-way contract with the Sixers, and then he wins the dunk contest. Undoubtedly changed his life this weekend. And, it's been a long journey. I've been following him, but...
Is there a way we can get some video on him on the monitor?
Oh, absolutely. Let's go.
Yeah, let's try to get a look. I'm trying to find, who won all the events last night. 1 second.
Yeah, I know. Shout out Jason Tatum, Celtics guy. He was in the three-point shootout. He didn't advance, though, but, It is what it is.
Well, yeah. Also, shooting, for points versus like playing a game is so different. So like, I feel like you can't really quantify someone's level of how good they are in a dunk contest versus
Facts.
like in an in-game situation. Like in-game, I would clearly love to have Jason Tatum.
No free ads.
Even if he didn't do that good on it.
Yeah, I mean,
shooting 3 contest.
It doesn't mean
what I mean?
It doesn't mean anything, but it's just cool if you win.
So
if you don't win, no one cares.
So it looks like Giannis and his brother and all his brothers were on one team. And then we had Jordan Clarkson, Walker Kessler, Colin Sexton, and then team rookie Paolo Bencaro, Jaden Ivey, Jabari Smith Jr.
Oh,
And
so the skills challenge.
This was the skills challenge.
The Jazz
was
won.
the Jazz. Okay, interesting. Now NBA 3-point contest results. So we had
Dame.
We had JT, Dame Lillard, Tyrese Halliburton, Tyler Hero, Buddy Hield, Kevin Huerter, Julius Randle, and Lauri Markkanen. I can't pronounce that. But the winner was Dame Lillard. Wow.
Dame.
He is a baller.
It was
for sure.
Dame time.
Now we got the slam dunk contest. So we had Matt McClung,
Kenyon Martin Jr. I think we
and we're back.
We're back.
Quick little technical difficulties, but we're back. All right. So we were just on the dunk contest winners.
Winner.
So the competitors I meant, we have Mac McClung, Kenyon Martin Jr., Jericho Sims, and Trey Murphy. So, all right, T-Beck. So we have Matt.
You want to check these out?
Let's actually, yeah. Can we get all the highlights really quick?
We'll skip around here. This is Trey Murphy. He did really well.
Well, can you tell me what you're looking for in a dunk contest? Like what I would assume it's a very subjective, or is it objective? How do you judge? Like, what's the objectivity of it? What's the subjectivity of it?
The idea behind it, you do a dunk, and the judges, there's 5 judges, and each judge gives a score of 1 to 10, and then they add up the scores, and that's your score. So a perfect score is a 50.
Right, but like, essentially you're just trying to win the judges over, but how do you win them over?
So you got a big thing, because a lot of dunks have been done. A big thing is creativity.
Yeah. Yep.
They always say creativity, we want to see something we haven't seen before, and they want to see this is Mac right here. Look at him. He's like your height. He's in the G League.
What's happening here? Hey, yo. Oh, you can have someone lob it up to you? Or
you can do
hold
whatever.
it for you?
You can do whatever
you
you
literally
want.
do anything you want.
As long as you dunk it.
Oh, damn.
So creativity, level of difficulty. Look at that.
Did he... Wait, can we get some review on that? Hold on.
Jumped all the way over.
Did he hit that off the rim?
Tap the backboard with the ball, then dunk it behind his head. What are we talking about here?
Damn. That's definitely something I haven't seen before.
Yeah, look. What did
he
get?
Get a 50?
He got a 50. That's a perfect score right there.
Has anybody
baby.
ever gotten a 50?
Yeah, no, I mean, they hand out 50s.
Frequently?
Not frequently,
but often?
But if it deserves it, they're going to give it to you,
Okay.
I don't know what this is. Kenyon Martin Jr.
Well, interesting. Yeah. I mean, so out of the dunk contest winner, Mac McClung, the 3-point contest winner, Dame Lillard, and the skills challenge winner, Team Jazz, what
stands out?
Like what?
I just think.
Yeah, like what makes them different from everyone else, essentially?
They just executed in their craft, but what I think is it showed. Dame Lillard is a sniper.
Yep.
And he's a competitor. Like you look at people go into these shootouts. I remember, like, competitors are ones who do the best. Larry Bird, one of the most competitive guys of all time, historically.
Just shot under the lights.
He did the 3-point shootout, didn't miss a shot. He walked into the locker room. First thing he said is, "Who's coming in second?" He did the shootout, didn't miss one shot.
Really?
One.
That's tough.
We look at people. Paul Pierce, competitor right there. People want to talk trash on him, but I will defend Pierce
Send him to the day you die.
Yes,
I love it.
because he's the truth. But he won the 3-point shootout. He's not even known to be that good of a shooter. He's not like a Steph Curry. He's not Klay Thompson.
He just wasn't letting anyone beat him.
He's not Ray Allen. He just balled. And
I
then
love that. I think that's
same thing with Mac McClung. He changed his life this weekend.
Yeah, he really did, right?
You know what I mean?
Put him on.
Signed a shoe deal with Puma.
Right.
Signed 2-way deal with the Sixers because he wasn't even on the Sixers. He was in the G League. And then wins the dunk contest, puts him on. I saw a video of Shaq before. He was like, "Hey, no one knows your name right now. Make sure that they know your name." And then he was like, "And don't miss a dunk." And he didn't miss a dunk. Because that's a big thing, too. If you miss, it just deflates everything. The judges aren't going to be as impressed. That's another thing they're looking for. And it's hard to not miss a dunk. A lot of people miss their attempts all the time. Mac McClung didn't miss. And they were very difficult. And but that's why he won, you know?
Yeah, it says
put him on the map.
His final dunk was a 360-degree plus, meaning more than a full reversal.
Yep.
That earned him the win. And so he's 6'2", 180.
Let's see if we can pull this up.
He's 6'2", 180, was in the G League, previously with the South Bay Lakers. And it looks like he recorded a 43.5-inch vertical. Crazy town.
Yeah, he's got bounce.
He's got hops. He averaged...
Here it is.
He averaged 19 points
a
game, 4.7 assists a game, 2.7 rebounds a game, and that's 18 games. Shooting 50% from beyond the three-point line.
No, yeah, he's not only is he a dunker.
He's good at ball.
He's quality. He's a good player.
He's good at ball.
He can shoot. He can pass. He can dribble.
That's some pretty...
I remember he played
some pretty sick stats.
In college at Georgetown, then transferred to Texas Tech.
Hell yeah,
for his fifth year, I believe.
I think that's some sick stats. I love it.
But, all right, let's see the game winner. It just happened, but they'll show a replay, I hope.
Mac McClung, dog. Is that Corday?
Corday with Dwayne Wade.
Shouts Corday, dude.
Shout out.
And D-Wade.
All right, everyone's going crazy.
Is that the guy that plays Kang in the new Ant-Man movie?
It looks like him, yeah.
God damn. Is that Drewski? Damn, so many heads.
All the heads are there.
Whoa.
360 double two-handed windmill. 360 plus. Wearing his high school jersey. Gate City, shout out.
Damn, that was smooth too.
Yes. First try.
Just no hesitation.
Another 50.
No being scared. Nothing. He was all in on that. I love that.
Yep.
Like you said, life
changing.
Forever. Like he was in the G League, like whatever, like maybe not as big as being in the NBA, but like he was already in the league and his life actually changed in that moment, which is so cool. So happy for Mac.
Shout out Mac.
And hey, just keep changing lives, baby.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to see what he's got to offer in his career down the road.
What are you looking forward to in just NBA this year in general?
I'm looking forward to the hometown guys, Boston Celtics, shout out.
Going back to the ship again?
Yeah, back to the ship. It feels like 2008 all over again. Let's go.
We went to the ship and lost last year to Golden State, right?
Yep.
Against Steph.
But now we're one.
But we're back.
All-Star break. We're first in the East.
But we're
We're
back.
gonna keep it rolling.
And we're not
Let's
leaving
go.
until we get that trophy.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's really all the sports area I wanted to talk about. Do you have any other sports things you're looking to talk about, TB?
Nah, I mean, I don't think we touched upon it on the pod, but the Chiefs did win the bowl.
Oh.
Which sucks, but...
Yeah, did we not touch upon that? Yeah, we did.
No, we talked about our predictions and stuff last epi.
Oh, you're right.
But Chiefs beat the Eagles.
Yeah.
Everyone knows it. We wanted the Eagles. Fact.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
Close game.
Great game.
You know, some silly mistakes, made by the Eagles. Jalen, obviously, that fumble, scoop, and score wasn't great. But, dude, Jalen.
That changed the game.
That definitely changed the game, but like, dude,
But he came back. Yeah, he came back
He
strong.
scored 3. He ran for 3 touchdowns.
He outplayed Patrick Mahomes by
a lot.
a mile. Patrick Mahomes threw for 165 yards.
And that's a bad day for him.
It's a terrible day.
It's a terrible day.
Tom Brady, last time when they played the Eagles and lost, Tom Brady had 505 passing yards, Super Bowl record.
Yeah.
Who's the GOAT? Tell me who's the GOAT. I don't care who won. Well, I mean, if Mahomes wins 7, wins 8, we can talk, but until then, what are we talking about?
As we have established, I'm definitely a Chiefs and Mahomes hater.
I'm not a hater. Like, I respect
their
Patrick
greatness
Mahomes.
for a fact. They're great.
I respect the gangster.
Yeah, they're great for a fact, and I respect them in the work they do.
But as a Pats fan, I don't.
Not even just as a Pats
fan.
fan.
I don't like them winning. I would rather the Pats.
I will take to my grave that Mahomes is overrated. I will take it to my grave. I think he's overrated. Clearly, fantastic. Like, obviously, great arm. You know, great team around him. Great everything around him. Obviously, like, they deserve the Super Bowl win, and he deserves the 2 rings he had. But I still think he's overrated. I still think that, like, they're already starting to do.
Interesting.
They're already starting to do the comparisons of their first 5 of Tom Brady's first 5 years in the league and Mahomes' first 5 years in the league, and like, Mahomes already has way more passing yards than Brady, but like, I don't know. It's a different game. 1, so it's hard to compare, and 2, like, I don't see how the first 5 years can like put you on path to like already being the GOAT. You know what I mean? Like, they use that stat right now to claim that Mahomes is already better than Brady. Like, I don't know, like, what you guys are talking about, yada yada. Then it's like, dude, I disagree. I disagree wholeheartedly. I think he's overrated. I think I'd literally rather Mac Jones. Probably not. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, no, like I said, he's a great player. He's not the GOAT. That's all it comes down to.
I'm sorry. Like,
he literally, like, he has potential to be if he wins that many Super Bowls.
100%. I mean,
until then, like I said, not the GOAT.
He's proven he can.
It's pretty simple.
He's proven he can get there. Do I think he's there? No. I think he's got a lot to prove, and I think, if anything, what this Super Bowl has taught me was that it was more of just, you know, a game of inches. Like, if you've seen any given Sunday, it's like the ball could go this way, ball could go that way. You might be too short. You might be too slow. Like, anything possible could have gone wrong, and that's just kind of what happened.
Like,
Jalen Hurts threw for 300 and had 3 touchdowns. Like, hooped, absolute baller. Mahomes didn't even come close to the day he had, and like, it just goes to show you, like, you can just capitalize on moments. That's what football is, capitalizing on big moments when you can. It's like, you can hoop all you want, but sometimes it's not enough. And if you've seen the Jalen interviews, he talks about that. He's just like, yeah, like, just wasn't our day, but like, if anything, just means I'm hungrier for more. And I love to see that out of him because I'm a big Jalen Hurts fan.
Yeah,
and
I am too. And I'm looking forward to what he's got to offer as well in the future.
Both him and Mahomes will continue to ball for a fact, but we'll see how much they achieve is the biggest thing.
It'll be interesting. Already looking forward to next NFL season.
Yeah, so in the meantime, to satiate ourselves, we'll be watching some XFL.
Yes.
But a big thing I did want to cover too, you know, outside of sports and betting and everything, is we are big music fans. We're big art fans in general, whether it's music or, you know, actual, you know, drawing type of art. We're just big fans of, you know, being able to express yourself. Creativity, exactly. Yep. We just enjoy that. And, you know, it is the new year, 2023. We're only about a month and a half in. And we have had some pretty decent albums come out. But before I want to talk about those albums, I want to talk about the Grammy winners for 2023. I mean,
a lot of drama.
Usually Grammys are... I'm not a big fan of Grammys ever since Cardi B won Best Rap Album of the Year over Mac Miller's Circles album when Mac died, R.I.P. Let's look. Let's see. Mac Miller. Or was it his swimming album? And don't get me wrong.
Do you watch the Grammy? Because I never really tune into any of those things.
I've watched them before, but I don't really care to watch. I just like to see, you know, how it ends up.
Yeah, see the results.
But yeah, after exactly 3 months after Mac Miller's untimely death at age 26, the rapper earned his very first Grammy nomination on his album Swimming, but ended up losing to Cardi B's album. I forget what it was called.
Bodak Yellow or something. No, that's a song.
No, that's a song on the album. But yeah, I mean, let me look up 2019 best rap album nominees. The best rap album nominees for 2019. Oh no, I think it's 2020. Whoops. Hi, Sadi. But I mean, yeah, like I don't know. Like, do they take? Like, are these written ballots by people? Do people send them in, or is this judges, or like what is it? Because like I don't understand.
Yeah, I have no idea. I think it's the Academy. No, actually, no, that's the Academy Award.
Listen to these nominees, T-Beck. We got Nipsey Hussle Victory Lap. We got Mac Miller Swimming. We got Pusha T's Daytona. We got Travis Scott's Astroworld, and then we got Cardi B's Invasion of Privacy. And guess who?
Yeah, that's wild.
Who reigns top dog is Cardi B over Nipsey, Mac, Pusha, and Travis Scott.
Yeah,
come on,
I
dude.
have to disagree.
That's clearly the definition of a popularity contest more than a skill thing, right? More than the art itself, more than the creativity itself. Like, I'm not saying Cardi B isn't artistic or isn't creative, but like more creative than Mac Miller. You know, better rapper than Nipsey Hussle. You know.
No, I mean
more clout in the genre than Travis Scott. I don't know. Am I crazy?
Politics. It's politics.
Pusha T is clearly, I don't know, like one of the OG goats of like rap. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And do you think we should get a light on here? Or we think we're good. I mean, we look good, but
I mean we could use light, but
it's a podcast. You're listening anyways. But yeah, that's like one of my biggest gripes, right? With the Grammys is like
it's politics.
Things happen like that more often than you would think. And that's just like one prime example. And like if you think I'm crazy for that, like maybe I'm crazy, but
no, I completely agree with you. I
think that's just like disrespectful.
It's almost like a popularity contest more than
it's straight kind of disrespectful.
Who's actually had the best album?
I don't fuck with it. I'm not a fan. But yeah, so that's just like what I wanted to talk about really quick. But now we'll get into the winner of this year's. You know, I don't want to get into too much of it because we'll be here all day if we try to find all this stuff. But I just want to see the winners, not the nominees, because we'll be here all day. Sir. Jesus Christmas.
Look it up, Larry. Let's go. Get on your grind.
I gotta be like Jamie from Joe Rogan, but I'm just not on his level.
Jamie, can we get a look up, Jamie?
All right. So some of the big takeaways: best rap album of the year, Kendrick Lamar's "Mr. Morale" and Big Steppers. Not a surprise. Let's give a shout out.
Shout out.
Let's give a shout out.
Where's the crowd? Thank you.
Yeah, and shout out Cardi B for winning too. I mean, we're gonna give people their roses. She's obviously not bad, but I just didn't think she deserved it. But that's fine. Shout out Mac Miller. By the way, R.I.P.
Shout out.
Can we get a little, please? Give them their roses. All right. But yeah, Mr. Morale and Big Steppers, Kendrick Lamar winning the best rap album. Not a surprise to me. You know.
Nah, well deserved.
I don't know who the let me look for 2023 nominees. But like I forget who he's up against, but like
do you think can you off your top of the head any album that's better? Rap wise?
I have my own personal favorites.
God did.
Oh, that's the nominee, dude.
Yeah, that's a bop.
Right. Oh man, that's a crazy nominee. Okay.
You think it's a bad nominee?
Yeah.
God did?
Yeah, so DJ Khaled dropped an album
that is
God
bangers.
Did. I don't think it was a bad album, but like compared to others is not great. Jack Harlow's album, Come Home as Kids Miss You, was also nominated. Again, not a bad album, but like I don't think it should have been nominated over a lot of other rap albums that were last year. Yeah, so it looks like it was
God did. I mean, I think
DJ Khaled,
Jack
I think Harlow,
the rightful
Kendrick Lamar. Pusha T's Just Almost Dry is a really good album.
Kendrick Lamar won deservedly, I think.
So him winning is not out of the realm. It makes sense. Everyone loved his album. It was a very good album. I mean, I'm gonna have to like look back at all like so many good albums. I mean, I'm a big fan. There's a new guy on the block called Kenny Mason that he dropped an album that I thought was fantastic.
Yeah, but
I
feel like
but he's a new guy on the scene, so like he's not gonna win off rip. You know
you
what I
gotta
mean?
build the following.
Yeah, like
everyone who got nominated had a huge following.
I would need a list in front of me of all the rap albums last year to like say what my favorite was, but like yeah, Kenny Mason was a big standout. JID's was a big standout. That's crazy he didn't get nominated actually for the Forever Story. JID had a great album. Tana Talk 4 didn't even get nominated by Benny the Butcher. That was great. That was the one that had J. Cole on it. Johnny P's Caddy.
Yeah.
That was a big one. Denzel Curry dropped everyone loved this album, Melt My Eyes, See Your Future. I listened to it. Oh, it didn't grip me as much as everyone else got gripped, but people love Denzel Curry right now. Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't get nominated at least. Fivio Foreign dropped an album, but he's also young buck in the game. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's gonna take too long to look at every single one, but
yeah, and even the nominees though, now that I think of it, kind of popularity contest because like you were saying, not Denzel Curry doesn't have as much of a following.
Jack Harlow.
Go ahead, sorry.
No, he got nominated strictly because he's hot right now. DJ Khaled, hot.
Yes.
They're getting nominated because they're hot. But yeah, I don't think you probably deserve to be nominated. I love Jack Harlow. Shout out Jack Harlow. I fuck with all his music, but I just didn't think he.
Little Dicky's better, by the way.
That's your vendetta.
No, I mean I love Jack Harlow too. I think he's good. He's deserving of his status and all that. But Little Dicky is a meme rapper, but he's also very talented, in my opinion.
Yeah, and best album of the year was Harry Styles' Harry's House album.
Harry Styles, man, he's really killing it.
Now, I didn't listen.
He's got a big ass following.
Yeah, I didn't listen to him, but I know people love him and his music, and
he's been killing it.
It sounds deserved. He's a fantastic singer. He's got some hits. I haven't listened to the album, so I can't say whether it was deserved or not, or it was another political situation type thing. But hey, shouts to him.
Big shouts.
The movie Encanto looks to be winning a lot of Grammy soundtrack, not winning right now, which is funny. Have you seen that movie?
No, is that an animated?
It's an animated Disney movie. It's really good.
Yeah,
it's like a musical type movie.
Yeah, I've seen the commercials. I've heard great things.
Wait for You by Drake and Future won best melodic rap performance. I fuck with it. Yeah, Future not getting nominated for best rap album is kind of strange to me because I really liked his album. I Never Liked You was the album. I don't know why he didn't get.
I feel like that one.
Well, he won that
more
so
under the radar.
Yeah, surprisingly. But yeah, those are some of the big takeaways from the Grammy. Yeah, I mean, overall, not too bad.
Yeah, I mean,
not as bad as Cardi B beating out Mac Miller.
Yes,
Mac Miller also only
that was criminal.
Mac Miller also only being nominated. That was his only Grammy nomination out of all his discography. He's only been nominated.
Because he was still young. He was still young, and he's like we just said. That's why Denzel Curry didn't get a nomination. If Mac was still making music, he'd be dominating. But
yeah, no, I agree. But so besides the recap of last year's music, let's talk about this year so far. So far in the game, if you guys know a man by Trippie Redd, he dropped an album called Mansion Music. I don't know if you listened to it. We've showed you a few songs.
Yeah, you dabbled my ears a couple times.
Pause. But I'm a big Trippie Redd fan. I'm a big Trippie Redd advocate, and I was really hoping that this album would kind of confirm my biases.
Yeah.
And I was let down by this album a lot, dude. Going into it, I saw that Chief Keef produced the whole thing.
Really?
And Chief Keef is obviously great producer, great artist. I fuck with Chief Keef, and so I was so hyped. And he had a few he had a few features when he came on, and
Chief Keef
had a few features.
Okay.
Future had some features. Lil Baby had some features. Travis Scott, Juice WRLD. Like these are off the top of my head. There's more.
Good.
Even like I haven't even looked at the album yet.
Definitely good features.
Some good features to have, and like, but my problem is when listening to it, one, the production is repetitive. Chief Keef, I fuck with your production, but like every single instrumental and beat was very like not very different from the other, and it was just kind of like it was like Lil Baby's last album. They all just sounded the same, and it's like Lil Baby had a 20+ song album. This album was 20+ songs, and it's like, don't get me wrong, I love a long album. I like being able to like sit in and just like lock in and listen to something that could be over an hour, but like not something that's over an hour of the same constant repetitive thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like,
I mean, it sounds like you're being a hater, but
I'm a big Trippie Redd fan.
yeah, that's right.
I'm a fan, which is why I'm being critical, because if I just
praised, do you think it let you down? This album?
Yeah, I'm a big Lil Baby fan, and his last album let me down too. And it's like if I just like praised all their music, then they would never. If all their fans just praised them and they were just gods, they thought they were just gods, they would never like take criticism and learn and grow and change.
They get the God complex.
Yeah, they would just think that they can do no wrong on a beat. But like, no, I'm telling you, like, you can do wrong on a beat, and like you, like, I don't know. I gave this album, I'd give it like a 4 out of 10 at most.
Wow.
I'm a big Trippie Redd fan.
I haven't listened, but
I'm a big Trippie Redd fan, dude. Like Trip at Night and Life's a Trip, dude. Like, I think Life's a Trip is like almost a 10 out of 10. I love Trippie Redd. I think that album is sick.
High praise.
Trip at Night, I'd probably give it 8 out of 10. Like I love his music, and then his last studio album I really wanted to be really good, and it just there's a few good songs on there. I did like the features with Juice WRLD and Lil Baby. I think he had some with Lil Durk, and like those are
good
guys.
Features,
Those are guys that if you have on like Travis Scott on feature, like can really do no wrong.
Right.
But like that's the thing. Another thing I didn't like about this album, it felt like a featuring Trippie Redd album instead of a Trippie Redd album. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
It didn't. It was 25 songs, and I feel like there was only 5 songs where he was solo on it, and it wasn't. It was mediocre. You know.
It's like the Games album. He had like a billion.
He had 30 songs, and every single song had a feature. on it.
all features.
But I think that was like meant to be a collab album. This one, I don't think is meant to be a collab album.
Yeah, I mean, I'll have to take a deeper listen, but I mean,
but yeah,
I can see why you'd say that though.
Yeah, I'd give it 4 out of 10. Shout out Trippie Redd. I fucks with you. Give him his roses and his round of applause. But
Shout out.
Magic Music ain't it. I know, you know, I hate to like judge people's art, but like I just want next project. I just want something a little more thought out. That's all I can say. Just all love criticism. Just as a fan, I just think you can do better. Now, another person I want to talk about. Todd, do you know who Ice Spice is?
Ice Spice, enlighten me. I don't know.
She is a new rapper on the scene. She's the one with the she's the ginger with the curly afro, light skin.
I would have to see her. I don't know.
Let me get a picture. Let me get a picture for you.
Does she have music I would recognize?
She has a song with Lil TJ.
Okay. Shout out TJ.
This is Ice Spice.
Okay, yeah, I recognize her.
Yep. So she dropped a 7-song EP. I listened to it. Mediocre EP. Nothing crazy. Listened to the song with Lil TJ. I was hoping that would be a good song. Wasn't great. Lil TJ had a mediocre verse. I was expecting more out of him. But yeah, people really liked this album. This EP from her. I don't really know why. I think it's a meme. I don't really know. Artistically and sonically in the music world, I've heard this type of music a million times before. I don't see what.
But people vibe with it, or you think they're just kidding?
I think people meme on it and say it's like the best thing ever because it's a meme, but people are kind of crazy and might believe it. I don't know.
Do people think it's good or no?
What I've seen on social media and the wide consensus seems to be they fuck with it.
Okay, so maybe. Well, I'll have to listen to myself.
Yeah,
But
I recommend listening to everything, even if it's bad. Like I still recommend to listen to music, even if like I don't enjoy it, because you might have a different opinion of it, or that music just might have a better like you might just resonate with it, even if it's not good music. You might just resonate. It might just be something that like helps you understand something about yourself, because music is a reflection of that artist. And like I know like you don't have to look at music that deep, you don't have to look at anything that deep or art that deep, but I think it's just nice to kind of like have that self-expression from someone else and see like, you know, how it relates to you and how it resonates with you, you know?
No, I agree. And
so like although I'm trashing Ice Spice and Trippie Redd right now, people might love those albums and like, but I just think that.
I mean, you're just continuing to be a hater, but it's okay. Because that's you.
I am a hater on Ice Spice because I haven't listened to her at all and other things, so I can't really give her a full scope, but I've listened to all of Trippie Redd's albums and stuff, and like he's clearly made much better
He's better
music.
than what he's shown.
Better than what he's shown on this last album. That's just like, it's hurtful to me.
Okay.
Because I'm a big fan. And then I get chirped on by my boys that don't like him and say, oh, he sucks. And I'm like, damn.
Hey, don't take it too personal now. Don't take it too personal.
You're right. I'm capped. All right. But that's besides the point. Now, an album I really like this year that I'm not embarrassed to like, but I feel embarrassed to say it. But shout out my boy Lil Yachty. Can we give him a round of applause?
Shout out Lil Yachty.
I don't know if you guys have listened to Lil Yachty's new album, Let's Start Here, but let me preface with
it's really good.
This new album by like Lil Yachty is the definition of mumble trap rapper, right? Would you say when he was coming up? He was the I don't know what I'm doing, smoke that broccoli. You know, he was that.
That was
simple.
Someone else.
It was him. It was Lil Yachty and Dram. Broccoli.
Yeah.
And
I think mumble. When I think of mumble, I think of like Young Thug, like.
But Lil Uzi would be technically classified in mumble, no?
No, he's a rock star.
Yeah, I'm a rock star. But he's still considered like.
I wouldn't.
Uzi came up with Yachty, I feel like, around the same time.
Yeah, they were on the same
in that
freshman
wave. Were they on the
XXL?
Okay, so that makes sense.
But I wouldn't consider them mumble. But you could have a different definition of it.
Yeah, I guess. Young Thug definitely does mumble, but I think Lil Yachty has had his mumble.
Like the OG mumble song was like "Lifestyle" by Young Thug. You remember?
This your lifestyle.
Like that's literally mumbling. You know what I mean?
But Lil Yachty's done that.
I mean, maybe. I haven't listened to everything.
I can't think of a specific song, but I know Lil Yachty has done that. But at least I would look at Lil Yachty as, you know, the quintessential type of, you know, trap rap, kind of like mumble rap area where, you know, it's some good.
He was like a meme rapper almost, I feel like.
In a sense, right? Like, in a sense, looked at as a meme, but also did make some good rap songs. You know, I will still bump Broccoli. I will still bump Lil Boat. You know what I mean? I'll still bump
Lil Boat.
You know, Yacht Club with him and Juice. Like, I still bump that stuff. But what I want to express is his growth. So going from that trap mumble rap area to now this cool like alternative style of
definitely a new vibe from him.
Yeah,
definitely.
it's like psychedelic rock is what I've seen them kind of. Because like here's the thing, like I just kind of call it all alternative because what is alternative? Like alternative is just like music that you like to make, and it doesn't fit in a box. That's what alternative really is. But like so people like try to fit in a box and say like, oh yeah, it's psychedelic rock, classic rock type vibe with like a lot of synthesizers. And yeah, like the production on the album is what I think sets the album apart so much and makes it so good. The production, the beats, instrumentals are fantastic. Like if you're not a Lil Yachty fan, like if someone
give this album a shot.
Yeah, just give it a shot because the beats are so good. But like even like if Lil Yachty weren't even rapping on these beats, if it was anybody else on these beats, like it would still be a good album strictly because the production, the beats, the instrumental is just like something about it. It's enamoring. It just like hooks you. It just like
exactly.
It's just a good vibe. It's like I love those type of psychedelic, you know, spacey, you know,
kind of like Kid Cudi.
Kid Cudi type vibe.
Type vibe.
It is slightly a Kid Cudi type vibe for sure. And I like.
Shout out
Don't
Kid
get me
Cudi,
wrong.
by the way. Flowers.
Like, Lil Yachty sings on it. Yeah, shout out to Kid Cudi, by the way. I love you, Kid Cudi. Lil Yachty sings on this a lot more. You know, he still has some forms of his rap. Like, he sings on it more and, like, uses vocals a lot more. And don't get me wrong, he doesn't have the strong...
He's an artist.
He's an artist. He doesn't have the strongest vocals, is the only thing I can say. Like, his vocals are a little wonky at some times when he tries to hit certain notes. It's a little very, you know, robotic, I'd say, or like it's a little, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Just seems a little doctored a little bit in the production area, kind of like too much
auto-tune.
Little auto-tune, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like a little too much like T-Pain auto-tune a little bit. But like I think it fits. I think it works with the sound he was going for. I think it works with the idea of the album and the psychedelic part of it. So I think it fits. I think it works. Like that's the only like gripe I have with it is that just that's like his vocals are a little wonky, but like this is his first time stepping out of his comfort zone doing a different type of album. So
Yeah.
I bet he'll just, you know, capitalize on it and just do better next time.
Yeah, no, I definitely like to hear like this new side of him, this new piece of his work.
Facts. And
Looking forward to what he's got in store.
exactly. This album being called Let's Start Here, I'm excited to see where he keeps going from starting at this starting point.
That's symbolism right there. That's a
Symbolism.
good point.
He's just starting right here. Like I watched an interview with him where he said that like he's like a lot of people think like, you know, like music to me is a joke, and he's like it's not. Like music is like all I have. Like I have nothing else but music.
That's real.
And I was
That's
like,
real.
damn, like he really takes it that serious. He was like, with this album, he was like, I just wanted to show that like I love music, and that like although I like reside in like the trap rap area, like I wanted to, you know, like branch out and try something different. And
That's awesome. And I think he did that.
executed.
For sure.
I feel like he executed.
Yeah.
Like I would give like lowest I could give this album is a 7 out of 10. Well, that's the lowest. I personally give it an 8. I think it's a good album.
So what do you give it?
I give it 7.5 to be fair.
All right. Good score.
Personally, I'd give it an 8. You know, critically, I'd give it a 7. Me in the middle, 7.5. I think it's a good album. Give it a listen. Let's start here. Lil Yachty, shout out.
Shout out.
But yeah, those. Again, we're only a month and a half in right now. Those are really the only albums.
A lot more to come, though. A lot more
Actually,
to come.
Paramore. I want to talk about Paramore.
Oh.
I forgot about Paramore dropping
Shout
an
out.
album. I just want to see if there's anything else going on here.
$2K Baby dropped one. I'm going to have to take a listen to that. Shout out Old Streets. Shout out. That's my brother.
Yeah,
If you cross on him,
I don't know if
cross on me.
if that means that's an album or a single. I think these are singles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think if it's a dot, that means it's an album. But Black just dropped an album. I did not know that. Apparently, I'm gonna have to look that up. But yeah, I'm a big Black fan. But
Listen to that one.
Paramore, if you're a Paramore fan, and although we kindly mainly reside in the hip hop, pop, rap genre with music, I still, you know,
We like all genres.
I love all genres. I'm a fan of everything from country to rock to alternative to rap, trap, you know, things like that. So, another alternative emo rock type band, Paramore.
Love Paramore.
As you know.
Shout out.
Shout out
Flowers.
Paramore. Shout out Haley Williams, absolute goat. Love
She-
her.
Talk about some strong vocals.
Great voice, great voice, great
Yeah.
voice. I actually was just listening to a video essay today about Paramore, and you know, just kind of like there come up and stuff like that. So,
Hell yeah.
but Paramore just dropped an album called "This Is Why." Really good album. You know, it's funny to me. I've listened to a lot of Paramore albums, and like their music, you know, they'll have like a couple, 2, 3 like good banger hits on an album, but then the
Mhm.
rest are kind of just filler. The rest are kind of just like, all right, you know, it's okay, but it's not really gripping.
Yeah.
This album, for example, though, very different. Like, it still had a couple bangers, but like the big ones that are probably gonna be radio hits, probably things that'll you know be on the radio and stuff, and maybe out in bars or whatever. But each song really kind of holds its own.
Yes.
Each song it's not filler. It's not.
It's
You know,
it's like
It's very quality. It's very good. It's
they don't
like-
sound the same.
Yeah, it's just a good album. I'd give this album an 8 out of 10. I really fuck with Paramore, and I think this album kind of just shows their growth because they've been a band since they've been together for so long.
They're still doing it.
Still doing it.
But
And
from what I've heard of this album, friggin', I agree.
It's really good.
It's good.
If you like Paramore, I highly suggest listening to This Is Why by them. It's a really good album. But that's like it so far for the year. Again, we're only a month and a half in this bit, and
It's getting started.
in this
It's getting started.
And yeah, I'm excited to see. We'll have some better, more in depth, album reviews coming soon. We can really do like a deep dive into it, and see what's out there, see what's going on with it. But as of right now, that's all we got for you. I don't know, too bad. Do you want to talk about anything else, or do you think this is good? We've been on here for about
This has been a long one.
40 minutes, so yeah, about an hour and a half. Pod, what do you want to call it? You want to call it here? Or you want to keep going?
Yeah, I mean, I got everything off my chest pretty much, I'd say.
Yeah, I think this is good.
This has been good. We test out the new camera.
New camera.
We do need some lighting.
New audio interface setup. We had some technical difficulties. We wanted a better camera. We got a better camera. We have a great audio system. Wanted to integrate it with the new camera. We were struggling to integrate it, but we finally did it. Because T-Beck, the demon. And
we made it happen.
We made it happen, and I'm so happy we could do this for you guys because there's so much more coming. Now that we have it down to a science, we have so much more coming. So much more to like.
We're always improving. So we're just getting better and 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 better. Thank you to our live studio audience and the band.
Shouts,
yes, you guys.
Shouts. But yeah, like we just have to show up. The pod's gonna run itself. Is how I look at it now. Now that we've fixed the kinks a little bit.
Hey, we're not giving out our secrets.
No secrets are given. I'm just saying we struggled a little bit. We figured it out, but now we're back and better than ever. And we're just gonna keep pumping shit out for you guys. We're gonna keep, put in the comments what you want to see. Low key, Ziaz, right? Ziaz YouTuber.
No.
He reacts to rappers' songs with them in the room and stuff.
Yeah.
We should react to some songs and stuff. I'm thinking, hey, this channel isn't just for podcasts. The channel is really for everything.
And it's not for us. It's for you guys. So let us know what you want to see.
Let us know University.
But yeah, that's a good idea. I like reaction videos. I like all that.
I just think we don't have to keep ourselves in a box to only just podcasts. We can do workout vlogs. We can do reaction videos. We can do anything, literally anything. So yeah, let us know what you guys want to see. I think we're pretty well-rounded people. We can give you a lot of information. Hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's been the theme of the pod. I'm excited to see where this thing goes.
Main theme.
And thanks for watching. I mean,
thank you guys.
Appreciate it.
Hey, T-Beck, you always riding Yachty. One of the best in the bag.
Always riding Yachty.
And everyone else there, be easy now.
T-Beck,
be easy now.
Be easy now.
All right, y'all, be easy
Crowd,
now.
take us out.